From the time you smack your toe to the time that signal reaches your brain, I get to click forward 7 marks on my timeline before that signal goes through and reaches your brain. A quarter of a second.
I thought my chef and that belly of yours looks like a nice place to bury it.
Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this a brand new day. It is Sunday as I speak. I did not make it to the ER yesterday. I'm planning big time on going today. So here's hoping that I can get that done today. Time blindness is part of it, but you know, I want to get this done. So here's hoping that we can do that. And I did want to say this, I do not know what it is about human beings and things like bunnies. I watch bunny channels now. I've got a couple bunny channels where it's just people, largely Japanese channels, where they just have their bunnies running around. And I don't know what it is about bunnies. I don't know why it is, but I see these things hopping around and just acting like little rabbits, and I would gladly fight to protect them. And I don't know why. It's just cool. And of course, hey, front loading of videos. Thumbs up for that. If you could toss me a like, that'd be very cool. If you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be awesome. If you could leave me a comment, that would definitely be a thumbs up. And if you could... Oh no, it is my Patreon. I want to thank each and every one of my Patreon patrons. These literally beautiful and literally awesome people are literally beautiful and literally awesome. Oh, my unmedicated ADHD brain. It is hard to think like an intelligent human being. But these beautiful and awesome people help to keep me alive, and I really appreciate that very, very much. So if you'd like to help me out and become a patron, the links are in the video show more, wherever that happens to be. If you'd like to help me out otherwise, I do have a PayPal link. That'd be cool. And if you'd like to help me out otherwise as well, there's also an Amazon wishlist link with stuff like cat food on it. If you could check that out, that'd be very cool. Yay, front loading of videos over. Thumbs up for that. So yes, last night, walkies. It was a weird walkies last night. Usually when it rains in town, it's going to rain in southern Shelton. We're in the mountains here, and while the northern part of Shelton is also up high, it's flat. Southern Shelton is mountainous like this, just crazy. Downtown Shelton is in a valley. Northern Shelton is on a plateau, and it's just, and it's flat once you get up there. Usually, if it's raining, it's going to rain in southern Shelton, and then it's dry for the rest of the time until I get back to southern Shelton. Last night, it rained a little bit in southern Shelton, and then it continued raining hard all the way through my walk through downtown and northern Shelton, and then came back, and it was dry as a bone here in southern Shelton. And that just does not happen, so it was pretty weird. Thumbs up for that. Had to carry my umbrella for a time. I had to use it as an umbrella for the rest of the time. Thumbs up for that. But it was just weird weather. But past that, it was a nice walkies. I went on a long one, up to Walmart, which is 3 miles away. So, thumbs up for that. Once again, it's like even though the Covfefe bug is still going on, even though people are still dying, people are just... I'm one of the few people in places like Walmart that wears a mask. Places like Safeway, where I go to buy food primarily, luckily 1 in 10 people will be wearing a mask. I don't see that in places like Walmart at all. So, still though, I'm going to be wearing one for the rest of my life when I'm around other people. Again, I do not want to be breathing anybody else's lung butter, infected or not. So, yay. I especially don't want to make other people sick if I happen to be sick, so thumbs up on that as well. Past that, yesterday was kind of good, kind of bad. I ate a couple gluten product things during the day, so I had falling asleep issues. Oh joy. Still though, I managed to do some game playing when I wasn't falling asleep or time blind. I listened to some music. I did what I could. I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it yesterday, but I've been doing on my ER walk. Instead, I have been pushing and priming for today, making it easy. I just have to take a shower, and then I'm going after the shower to the ER so I can get this thing checked out. It's just, I looked the best I can. It looks like there's just a darker, blacker mole in that area. The best I can see is maybe it's kind of bleeding outward from that, which is bad. If your moles don't have their color right where they should be, that's not good. So going there today after my shower. I want to be clean. I can't shower every single day, so it's about once a week. And I wash myself with washcloths. I get my hair with a washcloth, face, body parts, all the parts that are problematic with washcloths and all that. But it's only once a week that I can take the 2 hours necessary to take a shower. Thumbs up on that. Oh well. Still alive, and that's a good thing. Glad to be so. Checking out my list here. What else do I have? Oh yes, I wanted to talk about this one for quite some time. I had come across this particular person's excuse me, video some time back, but then because of my ADHD, they left my mind because I am horribly out of sight, out of mind with my ADHD. Forgot about him for a while, have been re-watching them after being reintroduced to his video editing style. And if you go to this fellow's channel, it's Maxor, except M-A-X and then 0-R. This person started off with fairly, unfocused stuff, just about various games, and it was like, oh, here's some gameplay stuff here and there. And then about 2 years back started really concentrating and doing incorrect summaries, incorrect reviews, and such like that about all sorts of games. And they became laser focused to a specific type of editing that they do. Maxor does frightening editing. In that, even the commenters, even the people that watch his videos a lot, say that Maxor's video editing style is designed to give Godzilla a stroke. Now, the reason that I say that, as well as these people, I don't know if they understand from the anatomy and physiology part of the human body, we are electrochemical. It takes time for things to happen. It takes literally a quarter of a second for when you bang your toe on something for it to reach your brain to have the pain signal hit. I do video editing in my video editor. It breaks each second down into 30 parts, so each second is 1/30th of a second. If I am editing something, from the time you smack your toe to the time that signal reaches your brain, I get to click forward 7 marks on my timeline before that signal goes through and reaches your brain. A quarter of a second. You can do a lot of things in a quarter of a second. So it takes time for the stuff to hit your brain. You are electrochemical. It takes time to process things. Nothing is instant. That's why if you're talking with people and somebody asks you a question, if you don't understand it immediately, don't have your friends repeat it to you, because they say it, you don't get it. Processing time, now you get it. You take that half second or so of time needed to process. Now, Maxor's video editing style does not give you time to process. And that's not that it's literally, Maxor seems to take this to the extreme, but it is a big thing happening in a lot of videos today. Especially if you're younger, you have the really cropped, quick cuts and the really, really fast things. And the bad part about that is, again, processing time. By the time you've processed what happens here, 1 or 2 things could already happen. And because you spent the time processing this, you missed that. You can't process it. It's gone. Maxor takes that even to an extreme. They will be bursts of images that are less than a quarter of a second each, and there will be 5 or 6 of them shot at you really fast. And the entire video is that way. Each clip that you're watching might be, some of them, 1 or 2 seconds. Usually a half second or less. And the sounds are things like the Taco Bell bong, along with shouts and screams, and they happen just bam, 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 bam. No time to process. It is literally a quarter of a second, quarter of a second, quarter of a second, quarter of a second, quarter of a second. They know how to edit well, because there are some parts when they're talking about like Elden Ring and such, where they ask the question, wait, why is that guy standing way back there? And as they're saying it, this projectile is going, what? And then freezes right then and there to finish the question. And then when done, whap! Big explosion, character taken down. Perfect and beautiful editing for that. But all of this quick stuff, and I mean literally fast, it is... You have to watch it for the first time if you're trying to intellectualize it without intellectualizing, just to absorb it. And if you want to understand a lot of what's happening, you have to watch it a couple more times. Now, I don't mean just to get the gist or understand the gist of what he's saying. I mean, there are heavily layered jokes that are coming in fast and hard. And by the time you process the fast layered joke, if you take the time, you're going to miss the next joke that's behind that, along with the 5 and 6 video images that come along with it. There's no time, literally, for your brain to process. It doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are. We are electrochemical. Our bodies only work so fast. But as hard as it is to watch, it is also an ADHD sufferer's dream. Fast, bright, flashing lights. Brilliant, shocking, boom, 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 an assault of sound. They are fascinating to watch just because of the assault on your senses. I can hyperfixate and hyperfocus on that easily. And as I was watching an Asmongold reacting, there we go, I knew I could speak English if I really tried, one of these Asmongold clips reacting to stuff, he was watching that and then talking about how Maxor will give a summary of the game that he's talking about, and it will be just total BS. He'll be using these references like, they're a Bulgarian and they're stealing all of the tires, and then just flipping with the whole story about incest when there's no incest, and this and that. But when you sit down and think about it, it's like, yeah, each of those things that he said is actually true. That's an accurate summary of the game. Even though it's all metaphor, it is completely accurate. So it's not like it's just shitposting. Maxor is really smart. And so I just wanted to gush about that for a while, because I've been meaning to for quite some time. And it's hard to watch if you cannot take that sort of thing, because it happens fast. But check them out, MAX0R, definitely a good thing. Now, let me take a look at what else I like on here, because I just wanted to say this one real quick. I have talked about in various videos and here in my vlogging about how I don't really like boss fights in games. And I've tried to think about that too, because I know boss fights are an integral part of video game history. But when I'm playing a game and I come across a boss fight, I am so anxious I don't get any enjoyment out of it. I look at games as just the great flow of things, and when I'm in the flow and enjoying the flow of the game, a boss fight is just a brick wall. You are flowing through the game and then smack, brick wall. And unless you can break through that brick wall, the game's over for you. I love the game Bloodborne. There is the boss fight for Rom the Vacuous Spider. I've made it past Rom once. Every other time, that's it. I have to restart. Can't do it. But even on the bosses that I can do, because I can fight the bosses up to ROM, and there are quite a few of them, and there are heavy duty fights. It's just a break in the flow for me from the regular part of the game. And I don't like that. Coupled with the anxiety of it, it's just unpleasant for me to have to deal with that sort of thing. But that's just me. And hey, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank everybody that's left me a comment. Not many, but anything more than 0 is awesome. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended, even though I count in American Sign Language well with my ADHD. Hokey smokes. We have Jesse Koskinen. Thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you in the comments. Samuel Garcia, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you. Andy Has Feet, thumbs up. Good. I meant to say thank you very much. It is a very pleasant comment, and I like the username. JAYY, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Good to see you. Louis Selstadt, thumbs up and thank you. Confused Owl 29, yes indeed, that's why I'm going in today after I get things ready, and it's good to see you in the comments. Hayden Durham, thumbs up, thank you very, very much. It's a good thing. Thumbs up. Inside Gamer, greatly appreciated. We have Lucan, whom it's hard to say if that's I don't know what kind of comment. There's a name that looks like kanji. Thank you very, very much. Ben B, greatly appreciated. We have Mikai Harrison, thumbs up and thank you. Daniel Fuller, when I get there today, I will be sure to tell everybody tomorrow. And that is it. 14 people who left me comments in the past 24 hours. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, and I am appreciative. Hopefully you understood what I was trying to say, because I just confused myself badly. Thumbs up for that. Well, son of a gun, as stated, today I'm going to be taking a shower. I'm going to be getting a few other things done. I want to get a video done, and then I'm going to be spending the rest of the day at the ER. They have to do triage. I am low on the triage thing. You know, this is not exactly life-threatening at the moment. You know, so if someone's there with a crushed hand or broken finger or bleeding, yeah, I'm going to be waiting a long time. And that's okay. That's the way it should be. Triage. Yum. But still, I'm going to be doing that. Hopefully you're going to be getting done the things that you want to get done. That would be cool. If not, survival is important. Concentrate on that first. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, with the Covfefe bug raging, I've already talked about it earlier, but I mean it here. Don't throw your body under the growing pile of corpses of the American dead. We've had over 1 million dead in the USA. Please be careful. Everyone else around the world, also be careful. Everybody just be appropriately smart. Please. Get vaxxed, wear a mask, socially isolate. When it's necessary, don't take it to the extremes either way. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and quite frankly, I do think that is a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up on that.